guys, Emily here of Orchard Creek Homestead. So this week I kind of wanted to show you what a week on our homestead looks like, especially in the fall. So right now we have a few different projects that we're working on to try to get the homestead ready actually for next spring. So one of the things we're doing is we're using this fall and winter to make this into a barn and to kind of work on our fence, so that way come the spring we're able to get a cow. Rob wants to do a cow for meat and I want to get sheep, so everything that we're doing now is in preparation for that. So I kind of wanted to show you a little bit of that. Rob's been working on the barn today, and then throughout the week I'll just show you a few other of what we're doing on the homestead.
Watch yourself.
Alright, so this is what Rob's been working on. So this, you've seen in a couple of other videos, this is our barn. He actually just finished the wood shelves over there, and he put in a temporary shelf for me over there so I could put some feed and some of our chicken stuff that we have right now on it. So our goal is that this part right here is going to be kind of where the sheep end up going. So he's building some walls to kind of close this in. And then once he gets the exterior walls built, then we'll try to figure out how we're going to do the stalls in between. If we're going to make it one big stall, if we're going to partition it out. But first thing he's going to do is get the exterior walls up. So the middle part of our barn is always going to be open. That way we can easily just kind of drive the trailer through or whatever we need to in order to be able to drop off feed or anything like that. So we'll end up closing this in, these eventually in, and kind of going from there. Alright guys, it is Monday, October 31st, and it is a very rainy Monday. It's kind of a bit of a bummer because I think that means that the boys won't be able to go trick-or-treating tonight. But that's alright, we did some other fun Halloween activities over the weekend. But I am going to do my morning chores, which involves letting out the laying hens right now and feeding the meat birds. So I'm going to go do that real quick and hopefully not get soaking wet. As you can see over in the barn, Rob got a little bit more done in the barn. He got the framework for the walls up. So actually I'm going to take you in here real quick and kind of share with you what our plan is for our sheep. Alright, so these walls here, he's going to put 10 up to here and just leave the top up there open to help with ventilation. And then right here and right there, he's going to put up cattle fencing for that. We're going to have a gate there, and then we're going to have another gate right here to close this area off. So that way we can make sure that, you know, the animals are nice and secure, that they're contained. If we need to get to them quickly, we can. And also we'll have that space in between where we can put up a temporary fence or some sort of structure to kind of section off the areas if we end up needing to make like one of the stalls a little bit smaller or something like that. Alright, so now I'm gonna let the girls out. And usually when the weather is rainy or like this, I don't check the eggs. So I'm not going to check them. I'm just going to leave them in there. We don't have a problem with our hens eating any of our eggs. If we did, I would make more of an effort to kind of go in there and collect them every day, regardless of if it's raining or not. Alright, so now it's time to go do the meat chickens. First thing I do when I get to the meat chickens is I always check the electric fence. And if it's on, I cut it off. I leave it off all day long and we just cut it on at night. And I always unplug it from here, just as kind of another visual reminder. And I know some of you might end up asking in the comments, that is actually a radon unit that we had installed that runs from our basement up through here. So right now, a 50-pound bag for 41 meat chickens that are 6 weeks old is lasting about 3 to 4 days. So we feed them usually in the morning. When I get back from picking Caleb up from school, I usually feed them again, and then we feed them at night before bed. And usually we do like 2 or 3 coffee cans each time. Not necessarily full every time. And then we just sprinkle it around. We tried using the bins, but they ended up, it was one of those things where they just kind of sat there and just ate. So we like that they can kind of peck around a little bit more and kind of do more natural chicken things. And so that's our morning. Whoa. So you had a good day at school? Happy Halloween! Alright, so it is Tuesday, November 1st. Happy November, everyone. And I am getting a bit of a late start to the morning. It's just after 10:30. I just got home from dropping Caleb off from school. I've dropped him off regular time, but I had a couple of errands to run afterwards. One was starting a 4-H group in the area for Clover Buds, which is the youngest ages. So I had to go up to the extension and meet with them about it and get kind of a game plan going for that. And then I had to run to Walmart because we actually needed a new vacuum. On Mondays, I usually like to vacuum the house, kind of to start the week off with a nice clean floor before it gets absolutely destroyed by the kids. But our vacuum broke yesterday, so I had to run up there and get a new vacuum. I just got home, I just let out the animals. So I'm gonna sit down and put together the vacuum and go ahead and vacuum the house.
What? Oh my gosh.
What?
I see a clue. If you know what this is, say it down in the comments. Okay? spider.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we are back to the weekend. It is a rainy Saturday. When it's raining, we really aren't that motivated to do much, but we got the meat chickens moved. Rob may start on some of the interior walls for the shed, but more importantly, he's going to start working on his four-wheeler to see if he can't get that fixed. Right now, he's out piddling with the garden a little bit. Brainy is enjoying the table, and I took the cats to get their rabies shot. We actually had a skunk in the county tested positive for rabies after it had a interaction with a cat. So I went on and did that. There was a free clinic down the road that had rabies shots today, so I went on and did that. So I didn't have to worry about it. They were due for theirs anyways. So Rob's working on putting the garden bed to rest until next year. There is our makeshift compost pile for use over winter. Most of what we throw in, we throw into the chickens, our food scraps and stuff, but we cleaned out a couple of inches of mulch from there and started a compost pile so it could break down even more. But guys, look at this. So the garlic that I planted, probably about 2 weeks ago, with all the nice weather we've had, has actually sprouted. So we're going to top it up with some more leaves and some more hay and let it keep doing its thing. Alright everyone, so it is a little after 3 o'clock. I figured I would go ahead and start dinner preparations. I am making stuffed acorn squash. It's acorn squash. Usually I use pumpkin, but apparently as soon as Halloween is over with, the stores have completely decided not to carry pumpkins anymore, so we're doing acorn squash. But it's acorn squash and it's stuffed with sausage meat, stuffing, it has white beans in there, cream cheese, and it's all baked in the acorn squash, and it is absolutely delicious. It's one of our favorite meals to eat during the fall. And I'm not going to show you the whole recipe in this video, but if it looks like something that you would love to have the recipe, let me know and I'll make another whole video. But I've been making it so many times that it just kind of do it off of memory at this point. I do have the recipe written down though. I'm actually going to do 2 pounds of sausage meat. I don't need all of it, but I'm going to go ahead and cook it up. And then we'll use what's left of the sausage meat later on during the week in like a quiche or something like that for supper, because we have actually a ton of eggs. All of our chickens have been laying and laying consistently. So we actually have a lot of eggs right now to use up. So I'll make a quiche later on to use some of those up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all my sausage cooked at once. I'll show you at the end what it looks like once everything is all mixed together and baked and all that. But I hope you enjoy this week in our life. It ended up being just an average week. Rob worked. I had a meeting about starting a 4-H group in our area for the Clever Buds level. We did some work on the homestead. But I mean, it was a very easy, slow week here. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks so much for watching, guys. And like I said, if you want the recipe to this, if it looks good to you, just comment below and I'll make another video with it. All right, thanks guys, bye.
Everything all right in here?
Right, Caleb, butt on couch. Alright guys, so I had a little bit of cream cheese left over after stuffing the squash, so I figured I would make some cream cheese cookies. So I'm actually going to put the link to the recipe below in the description box, but these are cream cheese chocolate chip cookies and they look absolutely fabulous. So I am really excited to try these and be able to use up that last little bit of cream cheese.
Okay, put some more cheese on it. I put some more cheese on here. Okay, so the day in the house by myself, and if you know what my mom is, please tell me in the comments, because we just use TV and I don't know what, and mommy isn't telling me what it is.